Hey everyone, Dudley here, back for part 13 of our Alan Wake 2 playthrough. In the last part, we finished the loop where or maybe it wasn't the loop, but we finished off the musical section of this game where we went through the TV studio while the old gods of Asgard were playing several songs for us. And then headed out to Caldera Street Plaza, where we received another call from someone, and they told us we needed to get to the Ocean View Hotel. So we ran around, got to the Ocean View Hotel, picked up a shotgun on the way, and had to kind of, once again, use new plot threads to create new scenes. And at the end, or near the end, we met Thomas Zane, who said, him and Alan were trying to create a magnum opus to get them out of the dark place. Something seems weird with Thomas Zane, though, but we'll see. We'll see. We also actually saw Jessie from Control. I think she's trying to communicate with Alan. Whether or not this is when AWE is happening. Actually, it can't be because this is in the future, so. But then again, who knows? Like, I thought this was in the past, but apparently Saga saw a vision of Alan in the dark place. So, and that was like when she entered the overlap in Watery. So yeah, maybe that vision from Jessie through the TV was from the past and got transmitted to present time, because AWE DLC in Control takes place back in like 2019, I think. Whenever the game was released. Oh god. Grandfather clock. Why you do that? But I mean, oh. I was going to say we also saw Casper, Darling, Mr. Darling, which was a nice little surprise there. I didn't expect to see him in this game.
Locked from the other side.
Oh god. Yeah, there he is. Speak of the devil. That was a bit longer of a clip than what we saw when Jessie was trying to communicate with us in that cutscene with Alan and Thomas. Also, the fact that Autty is calling Alan Tom is kind of weird. Gotta keep that in mind. Let's see, we need to head to the ballroom, right? Yeah. And okay. Ah.
I needed to find the key.
Ah. What room is that? 209. Is room 209 key marked anywhere? No. Oh, I missed some containers. Well, guess we'll be back for those. Right. Missed an echo down there. Huh. Okay. Assuming there's nothing down this. Oh my god. It's not a black pyramid though. It's not the board or the FBC logo rather. Nice, nice, nice. Aha. Now I get to find out just how much I missed. Okay. Oh. Alright, those rooms all have do not disturb things on them. I assume we can't open them. 209.
Hey, Tim. New map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
Tim, I need a new pouch. Gotta get me a new pouch, man. Right, there's a word of power there. Okay, okay. I can't access the hallways just yet, so. Oh. Maybe there's a pouch here? Alan's inventory space is so limited.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Look, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
Well, we did see we saw that he was the host in this version of Night Springs, but who knows? Read that. Let's see here. The red-headed woman connected to Door. I know her. Where do I know her from? Her identity changes. Connected to polyhedrons. She'll come for me. Oh, that's right. The lady who played Control, who played Jessie in Control was also, I think she was also in Quantum Break. I don't remember exactly what her, or even know what her role in Quantum Break was. I don't know if she played his partner or what, but she was in there. So are they trying to imply that she's the same person but from different universe, or that the Quantum Break character is the same as Jessie? Her identity changes. Like, is Quantum Break a different alternate parallel universe? Is that what they're trying to say here? All right, before we go into the ballroom, Let us see where that word of power is. Okay. Have to deal with this scary hallway again. Right, there were arrows here, but it's supposed to be here. Oh, am I supposed to be able to go through? I am. I need a new scene. Got it. Maybe that's what the echo is. I don't know if I can access that echo without being able to access the stairwell, so. Alright, see you later. Bye. Okay, no more scary music. We're good. And yeah, okay. Oh, of course, there was a break room right here.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Room 101 key. I think I remember seeing a 101 that was grayed out for us down there, so. God, this is like so frustrating. Some damn good music playing though, as usual. That was a weird shadow effect. Oh. Okay. Right. Pre-show ritual. Rehearsal room. Entrance hall. I should have probably gone down here to change the scenes. Oh man, I missed two. Oh well. All right.
Story was affecting the scene.
Anything we can glean from this? Not really.
The cult in the play was called the Cult of the Tree. With their deer masks, they were the backwoods echo of the cult of the words urban horror.
What do we got? Tuesday, October 22nd, rehearsal room in 219, move to 202. 24th, pre-show ritual premiere. Remember, hit your marks, keep your masks on, and make it weird. Forget. I remember something's motto was keep it weird, but I forget what it was. All right. Now let's make it spooky.
It's getting real, all right. I recognize my writer's room on the stage.
Oh. Aha. Words of stuff. Okay. Ah, that's so good too, though. Damn it. It's like, this is nice, but pointless if I can't put more stuff in my pockets. But if I... I'm not going to worry too much about. Hopefully, there are more words of stuff to find.
What was the nice set you got here? What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
Okay. Follow the devil's trail. Oh, great. Of course. That's right. This always happens. How did I forget? Oh. Whoa, bro. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so we need to... I mean, I guess we don't need to change the scene to the pre-show ritual, but just in case.
The scene changed with the story.
There's the
cult
deer
in the play
mask.
was called the Cult of the Tree. With their deer masks, they were the backwoods echo of the cult of the words urban horror.
Let's grab this. And then check out the schedule. And then change the scene. All right, before we do anything else,
It's getting real, all right.
There we
I
go.
recognized my writer's room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Was the projectile that killed me? All right, you know what? That's fine.
I recognized my writer's room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
Alan Wake.
Oh yeah, projectiles definitely.
Shadowy going. But where?
Oh, come on. That's enough of that, guys. Keep hitting R1 instead of R2 to fire the gun. I don't know why.
It's getting real, all right. I recognize my
It's called the trigger for a reason.
I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you. But turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
I think the other thing is the fact that because time doesn't stop when you're in the writer's room. Oh. Oh.
The shadow was congealing the darkness.
Oh, wow. That hit. Okay. Shoot. I pressed the dodge button, but I think getting out of the heal animation was too long. You know what? I'm just not going to go down the stairs and change the scene because it seems like the enemies don't aggro as long as you stay on stage.
It's getting real, all right. I recognize my writer's room on the stage.
Just going to stay on stage.
I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Get the new plot thread.
Out here.
Change the scene.
Scene in this room? Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you. But turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
All right. So the reason why
A horror story, but I had to keep going.
I didn't do this to start with is because I thought it was going to take us or force us to run the same way it did
Not my writing. This is Scratch mocking me.
in his room. He will hurt her. Huh. But like in the subway when we changed to the summoning ritual, we were kind of forced into running. Okay. This is not that different. Okay, come on, dude. What?
The light was my haven.
What even? All right.
I needed the protection of the light.
Good gravy. Oh, bro. Holy cow. Okay. Dude. All right. Oh, come on, man. Oh, please don't tell me this is going to be... Okay. Man. I know I suck at shooters, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Okay, I thought I had to change the scene there, but I guess not. Is this still closed off? It is. There was another room we could change the scene in. Was it... Where was it? Not that one. Right.
This was not the ritual murder site I was looking for. This had just been an appetizer before the main course.
Okay. right, that's enough. Oh man. These words of power must be later. Because can't figure out what I'm supposed to do exactly. So weird that arrow points in, but this one points out. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Hello. Just like to get whatever's in here, please. Right. Sick. More flare gun ammo. Actually pretty helpful. That's weirdly glossy. Unless those are stains. Okay, let's check out that TV recording. Oh, not this one.
The dark presence is out there. It's hunting me. Its spies are always watching. It's trying to catch me. I think it did more than once. It's stealing from me. Stealing my identity. It wants to be me. Replace me. Twisted version of me. Scratch. Mr. Scratch. It's slithering into the story. Once it's in the story, I have to use it to keep the story true. It got in. I have to make the story darker now. But that gives it power. That's bad. I don't want that. But I have no choice. It's an arms race. All right, now keep it together. Damn it. I'll be the first one to cross the finish line. I have to beat the devil at his own game.
It was that one, and then this one.
Yes. The visions I'm seeing from the world beyond this nightmare from home. They sink down to the bottom of this ocean. I catch them. Visions, echoes, big fish. Some are actual events, some are forgotten ideas. No, it's good. No, it will work. They're my inspiration, elements for my story to make it more true. Even the parts that are true. I must change reality to escape. The writing has to be just right, or else it'll all just wash away.
Okay. I think these are mostly just like the same, if I'm remembering correctly. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay. Oh. Just another container. Where? In the bathroom? Oh. Okay. Do a quick save there. Hmm. I don't think too much changed doing that. Yeah. Probably have to change whatever's over there. I don't think too much changed doing that, he says. All right, bud. Right. Is the echo out here? No. It's down there somewhere. Oh, right. Right, that was that word of power over here. Hmm. Yeah, okay. It's not like on the wall or anything, right? Nope. Okay. Just checking to see if anything's changed. But I guess the rule is only the area with the scene changes, so. So that's haunted.
This was the devil's path up the staircase was draped in blood.
Oh.
Wake.
Okay.
Wake.
All right. That's enough. Well, I said that's enough and then I just died, so. You know what, while we're here. Oh, we have so many flare gun rounds. What am I doing?
Wake. I just want to say.
Have a literal grenade launcher with so many rounds. What am I doing? Why am I running around scared like that? Okay, so we can go up there. Move these to 225 for later use. Did we see this? I think we did.
The scene here had changed.
Not by much. Still can't go. Ah. Something's going on in there. But gotta go up.
Wake.
Oh gosh. Please no.
Ellen, wake. Oh no. I've written so much.
Okay. Echo, echo, echo. Where is the echo? There it is. There it
The presence of
is.
a new idea here.
Ah,
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception and got me a room number. 666.
of
He had
course.
requested that room specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play. And always in character.
Oh, I thought that was going to give us a new scene. Holy shnikes. Where are we? Okay, well, we have to go that way apparently, so let's go this way instead. Five, 6, 5, 4. Jeez. There really nothing? Guess there really is nothing to pick up on the way over. I thought I was being clever. Six, 7, 1. Where is the room of the beast? 8, 7, 6. Okay. I am sufficiently spooked. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well. Oh.
Scratch had been here. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another killer idea.
Ha ha ha.
Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady.
Okay,
Oh.
let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108. Where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery, and all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He had only joined the play to get to her.
to murder her.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. Not that way. Ah. Not that way either. Please tell me I don't have to watch the echo again. Okay. I imagine going left will result in the same thing. Right, we can't go there. Okay.
I had to reach the light to hide through darkness.
Oh. I thought there was a gap on the left for me to run through. Okay.
Not you again. Shit. Get away!
Right.
Get the fuck away from me!
Aim to the right.
To hide from the dark presence.
Okay. Okay.
The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
Okay. Oh boy. Room 108.
The muse was the murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
Wake. Darkness inside. Let it lead.
Where is that? Right.
The plot changes shaped the world around me.
Okay. Well, that didn't do. Oh, cool.
I needed to find the muse, the murder victim, room 108.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
Right, okay. And I thought Thornton and, or at least Mulligan was decent enough, but he is not. Okay. So we need to change the scene there, but
The devil walked through the hotel, dragging the whole place to hell with him.
kind of want to go back up and see if we can use this final scene to get that word of power that we're missing out on.
Wake.
Hello. Huh. What? There was a prompt here. Swear to God. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna assume this didn't change. Darn it. This is just like the subway station. Assume nothing in here changed. Yeah, what the? I'm clearly missing something with these boards. Do I shoot it? I didn't want to, but maybe I should. Right. I should have just shot it from the start. Oh, that's what I should have done in the subway. Okay. Right, now that we have more than one gun. kind of wish meleeing the planks actually did something, but you can't melee while you're crouched, so. Oh well. Apparently I missed a container. I did. Great. And I think there was another container. 205. Aha. Sick. All right. Final scene. Oh, there's one here. Or not. Might be a different scene. That's all right. Going crazy with the quick saves now because... Okay. It's like I didn't learn my lesson from Baldur's Gate 3. Oh. Right. Water is always a good sign. Beware the what lady? What is that a picture of? Kind of carcass? Okay. Okay. Lost on the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer reflected in motion. In his room, he will hurt her. In hers, he is caught. His story ends. Hers does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Keep hearing that phrase. This is the ritual to lead you on.
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important.
Oh God.
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home, closer than ever before. It's you again, the FBI agent, Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake. Are I still trapped? The clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker? It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write out...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape, somehow. I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
Huh. How does it always lead back to Parliament Tower? I mean, as the song says, it is a loop. But it's not the same loop, interestingly enough. Things are changing. First we went down to the subway, then we went to Ocean View Motel. This is really interesting because this feels a lot like I said, I never played American Nightmare, but it feels a lot like American Nightmare. It's like they took American Nightmare and expanded on it, made it more high budget, made it, more fleshed out, right? Because as far as I can tell, or as far as I saw from like videos, American Nightmare was just Alan going through loops in certain areas, trying to figure out his way out of it. And in this one, he's looping through different he's looping, right? We always start at the TV station and we always end at Parliament Tower, but how he gets from the TV station to Parliament Tower has been different with each loop. And in American Nightmare, with each loop, characters remember what happened before, so they get closer to achieving the end goal of that certain section. And it's kind of similar here, right? Alan is slowly getting closer to getting out of the dark place with each loop. So does that mean that it's Mr. Scratch out there in Bright Falls right now instead of Alan? I don't know. It has to be, right? It's gotta be Mr. Scratch. Because if we're playing as Alan right now, and he's been looping, I don't know. Time is weird. Time is weird. I don't know if each loop resets time in the dark place, but if time is advancing in the real world, but Alan is stuck here. I thought that TV was going to play something. Oh well. Then how did... Oh my god, my head is like getting destroyed trying to think of how time is working. So if time is looping, then when Saga went to Cauldron Lake, she might have actually pulled Alan out after he was done getting out of the dark place through the loops. But she's still seeing visions of him while time is advancing in the real world. Because time might be looping actually in the dark place. This is like hurting my brain. I feel like I'm like so close to the mark, but at the same time so far away. Okay, last time we went to Parliament Tower, it wasn't too long of a segment, so I'm thinking it might be the same here. Also, this second floor hallway never opened up for us, did it?
Alan Wake.
Yeah, you guys are never real, so... Oh no. Is it the same thing? Do I need to shoot? No, it's cordoned off. Can't even access it. It is this way, right? Yeah. Well, and that's why I didn't want to shoot the boards. It is weird though, because we went up the stairs and it seems like it's in the stairwell. Well, maybe I didn't look hard enough.
My writing was affecting reality.
Because we caught the echo, but... And the dark place... I guess time and space are really, really warped, so... Unless this is, the other side of the stairwell. Because there are two sides here, right? And I don't see any arrows. Huh. Okay. Yeah, no arrows. No weird angles, so yeah. Oh well. All right, let's actually head out to Parliament Tower.
Wake.
Yes, hello. Oh, okay, it was this scene that I missed the container. All right, got it.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Ah, right. You can do that. I had another thought that maybe I should head down to the subway to get that last word of power, but... Oh, also, this door is still locked, isn't it? Nah. Kind of want to keep advancing. Kind of want to see the end of this loop.
Go to hell!
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that's the red room where photographers develop their pictures. Just gonna pretend. And if it turns out it is, then lucky me.
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
Or not lucky me, but how smart of me. Oh. Why do all the computers have the same background? And why are they all CRTs? Like, these are from 2023. Okay. From Barry? Really? Oh my gosh. Why does it take so long for the text? Okay. Greetings from Hollywood. Hey Alice, I'm more a fish out of water in Hollywood than I ever was in the Pacific Northwest wilderness. These yuppies with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had six fingers. Everything is so great all the time, even when it's the opposite. More than once I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movie exec jerks. But I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas of what to do with them. It's my duty to herd this horde of tanned zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. Painfully aware how deeply Al would have hated adaptations if they didn't do justice to his vision. He was a master of hating things deeply. For good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call now to talk about casting. Oh, Barry. Really liked him from what I saw. Joined a cult. Great. Gonna think I've been replaced, but I've joined a cult and I love it. Joking about being in a cult. Kind of. Oh no, not Blessed. Oh God. For those who don't know, Blessed was a paranatural organization that we learned about in Control. Basically kind of like a paranatural terrorist group, almost. They sent like a letter to America overnight that caused something to happen to the producer and the host. They were also responsible for I think they were responsible for the Eagle Limited AWE. But the weird thing is, I don't know if Alan is the one responsible for that. I don't know if he's the one who wrote these things to happen. Because we learned about the Eagle Limited AWE in the AWE DLC, which was related to Alan, and it talked about how AWEs are occurring more frequently. So it's like unclear if Alan is writing these AWEs to happen because he's like trying to get out. Anyway, Blessed was involved in those. Blessed also had a film studio or like a production, and they were responsible, or they had in their possession a movie camera that was an altered item. Anyway, that was a tangent and a half. Working with Al or the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie biz types are insane. Stress levels were through the roof, but then I was tipped off about the retreat. Best decision I've ever made. I have never felt this good and healthy. Guy who runs this place, Chester, is a miracle worker, not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of it, but I've lost a ton of weight. You wouldn't recognize me. Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here, that something bad would have happened if I stayed in New York. I believe him. I wasn't feeling great after everything that happened, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me, enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. Hope you're good over there. Come visit any time. West Coast isn't as bad as I made it sound in my earlier mails. Oh gosh, I hope the FBC managed to talk him out. Checking in because I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? Been trapped in nonstop meetings with no breaks. Open kimono. I have considered peeing in a month. Let's just be damned. How these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. Sharks circling. They now want to turn what happened to Al into a movie and or a TV show and or get this a game. Told them to get out. Also, in case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker working on a book about Al. Hunted down her publisher and told them we'll sue. Don't worry. Why does that name sound familiar? Everything good with you back home? Just checking in. Tried to call but couldn't reach. Probably just deep in your process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappears. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery. Oh man. If you want me to help, just say the word. You know, it's good to see that Barry is still kind of, jerk with a kind soul. He's great. Barry's great. All right. Came in through there. This has got to be a red room. It is.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Oh. Right. Dark room. Are these? These are not recent pictures. No such thing as too personal. The one something me. Just need to show something. Make you see what's beneath the surface. Just need to show a glimpse. Make sure you see what's beneath the surface. I felt so bad turning the flashlight on. because I think that ruins the film from developing. Let's see. Part
For
1,
months
the deaths.
after Ellen died,
Love is
I didn't leave the
weakness.
apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
Oh, there's more than one part. Motion activated TV. Kind of talked over Alice there. Sorry about that.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
The darker, the better. To show you the truth. On all screens. Nope. Huh.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
God. Part 2, the comeback. Weakness is clarity. It's like I understand where she's coming from, but boy, do I. It's like I get it. I get it. I don't like that mentality, but I also get it.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
The search. Clarity is purpose. Hey, bud.
There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I Ghostface isn't really there.
Okay. The connection, then pain, or connection through pain, pain through love. No boundaries, be ruthless. Connection through pain, pain through love. The realization, purpose is strength. All right. Oh. No body this time.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return.
Oh.
A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Wait a minute. Oh. Okay.
Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time.
So last time he was here, he saw his body with a bullet wound in the head. So he just got here earlier in the loop before. And he got shot by Scratch. Okay.
The man told me for you I see. Wake up, it's only a dream. On a winding road. Now they're in my bed. In the dark.
I guess I still have that question of whether time is looping for Alan in the dark place. And if the Alan that we pulled out is actually Alan, it could be. But is it Mr. Scratch instead? Because time while looping in the dark place is still going forward. In like a weird way. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna have to find out more. But I think we're gonna go to Saga after this. Because we just finished this loop. So it feels only right to go to Saga after that, right? All right.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice.
Okay, I missed an echo. Darn.
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
That's right. That's the other thing. At the start of the game, we saw Alan with light in his forehead. A bullet, a wound filled with light. All right. Switch over to Saga and end it there. Okay. I hope I'm picking up on most of the things that I need to for the story, because things are getting pretty interesting. But that'll do it for this part. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one, where we'll be continuing Saga's side of the story. But yeah, see you there. Bye.